All right. Welcome to Healthy Conversations. Good morning, everyone. A couple of quick announcements for you before we get started with today's video. I will be answering one of the Ask Eliza questions today. If you're not already on my email list, go ahead and hop on the email list at elizakingsford.com, or you can send me a DM or however you'd like to jump on my email list, because I do send a notification out every month telling you how you can submit a question for the Ask Eliza series. We also do polls and some newsletter updates and things like that. So hop on the email list. And if you're wondering how to submit a question, you can do that there. I will be answering an Ask Eliza question today. That's what I'll do. You can submit a question and I will answer it in a video for you. Also, if you are not already on the wait list for the next round of the shift, we start at the end of April, and that wait list is getting robust and full. And I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to sign up before we get full and the doors close. So make sure you hop on the wait list. Again, go to elizakingsford.com. It's right there on the banner. You can sign up for the wait list. I'll also put the link in here wherever you're watching this to make it easy for you to grab a spot on that wait list. Waitlist doors open earlier than I open them to the general public. Plus, this series, you will get an extra call, video call, Zoom call meeting with me before the shift starts. It's going to be fun. So make sure you hop on the wait list if you aren't already. Okay, let's go into Ask Eliza today. So one of you wrote in and said, I joined Noom for the second time, and just like last time, I immediately rebelled. I hate texting. I hate having to check my phone and read what they believe are cutesy little messages. That said, if I don't log my meals, I know I eat too many calories. I'd like to get to a place where I'm not triggered by actually trying to lose weight. Why does losing weight feel like trying hard to be a good girl, even at my advanced age of 65? That said, not all is negative. I'm making changes, positive reinforcement, self-compassion, and forgiveness that are helping me tremendously, but I still wish that I didn't put such a psychological load on weight loss. How do I regard even simple changes like eliminating that extra morning toaster waffle casually and joyfully, rather than feeling as if I'm being victimized or controlled? Some days I feel closer to the answer, which involves organizing my time and doing other things that are fun rather than eat. Other days, I feel like I've taken 2 steps back again. Thank you for your insight. Okay. Sounds like she's got what's called cognitive dissonance going on, right? Because on the one hand, she would like to, I don't know what her goals are, but it sounds like she would like to lose weight, change her shape or size. On the other hand, it feels restrictive. And what did she say? Like somebody is controlling her, right? What were the words she used? She says victimized or controlled, right? So on the one hand, she wants to do it. On the other hand, she's feeling victimized or controlled. When we have this cognitive dissonance going on, I generally like to have people dig into what's underneath. Those feelings of victimization and control usually, if not always, originate from some pattern of dieting in the past, and our feelings and emotions and remembering of what it was like to diet in the past are influencing our current situation, because we fire and wire those memories in our neural pathways, and it reminds us, oh yeah, tracking food feels like being controlled. Oh yeah, trying to lose weight feels like being controlled. Oh yeah, it feels like I'm a victim. And if you've been with me for any length of time, you know that I don't believe that we have to relate to it that way. We get to decide if we want to change our body shape and size. And we get to decide that we're going to do that from a place of empowerment and ease and peace and joy. But that takes work. It takes a recognition of where those original stories of victimization and control come from. Now, it doesn't mean we have to go through the past and, do traditional couch therapy and tell everybody all of our problems and issues and things like that. But what we can do is extricate. We can go back and look at, wait a second, what are my beliefs about intentional weight loss? What do I believe to be true about losing weight, tracking my calories, tracking my behaviors? And if you find that what you believe is that it's hard, it's restrictive, it doesn't feel good. It makes me feel deprived. It makes me feel like a victim. Then trying to execute those behaviors are going to bump up against that belief system that is getting in your way. So we think what needs to change are the behaviors. Not so. What needs to change is our relationship to the act or the tool of dieting. Now, she says that she has joined Noom and that's the tool that she's using. Great. But she doesn't get to hate Noom and have it be easy at the same time. So we have to look at changing our relationship to one of those things. She does recognize that there are positive changes happening for her, positive reinforcement, self-compassion, forgiveness. Amazing. Those things are fantastic. And so what I would tell her is, can you rewrite your own narrative, your own story about what it means to be monitoring your food, to be tracking your behaviors, to be looking at your food intake? Because here's what I'm hearing. The data is showing that unless she uses a tool to help her become accountable to her behaviors, she overeats. That's what she says. She says, if I don't log my meals, I know I eat too many calories. That's not restriction or deprivation. Think of it like saving money for a car. If you don't track your spending, do you think that you will end up saving the money for the car? You might, but more than likely, if you don't track your spending, you're going to overspend. And then you're going to be frustrated that you don't have the money for the car. So we want to look at it like that as well when we're looking at tracking food. You can get frustrated about it. I don't want to track my food. I hate tracking my food. Tracking my food is annoying. Or you can think of it like, look, I know that if I'm not using a tool to help me stay accountable, that I end up overeating. And I don't like the way I feel when I overeat. So using this is a tool that supports me. So that's number one. Can you change your relationship to the tool so that it becomes one that is supportive to you, that's helping you reach your goals? And so therefore it feels good for you. Changing relationship to the tool is number one. Number two, instead of focusing on the weight loss, which she doesn't actually mention much about focusing on the weight loss, but just in case she was focusing on the weight loss, actually she does. She says, I still wish that I didn't put such a psychological load on weight loss. Here's my advice. Instead of putting the focus on the weight loss, can you continue to focus on how it makes you feel when you stick to behaviors that support you, when you eat in a way that supports you, when you move in a way that supports you, when you track in a way that supports you? How does that feel? And she's already talked about positive reinforcement, self-compassion, forgiveness. Can we lean into the positive benefits of you being accountable to behaviors that make you feel good? Behaviors that make you feel empowered, behaviors that make you feel confident, behaviors that make you feel like you're um, keeping the commitments that you have set for yourself, right? So instead of focusing on the weight loss and putting the um, emphasis there, can you put the emphasis on, actually, it feels really good for me to consistently engage in behaviors that make me feel good about myself. So whenever I'm taking people through this path in the shift or one-on-one clients or whatever, yes, weight loss is the goal that people come in for, and sure, they want to change their shape and body size. But when we take the focus off of that, you don't have to let that go. You don't have to say, I'm not allowed to want that. That's not what we do here. But when we put the focus on actually the thing that gets me to that end result, is to commit to a certain number and a certain type of behaviors that make me feel good. They make me feel empowered. They make me feel healthy. They make me feel confident. They make me feel accomplished. And the more I can commit to those behaviors and do those consistently, the more I know that I will end up at the end goal that I want. So to answer her question about, I wish I didn't put such a psychological load on weight loss, take the load off of the weight loss and put that focus on making those simple changes and doing those consistently. There's more to this, but for the sake of our time today, I think I'll stop there. Focus on the positive changes that you're making. Change the relationship to the tool. It's not victimizing you. Your prior history with tools like that, the beliefs that you attach to tools like that, the identity that you've created around being a dieter. Those are the things that are making you feel victimized and controlled. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can change your relationship to that. And then focus on the behaviors that are making you feel good, that are making you feel confident. It's not the weight loss that makes you feel confident. It's the fact that you are committing to a consistent number of behaviors over time that make you feel empowered, confident, healthy, strong, whatever your words are. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you. You will see this video come to you in an email, or you're watching it on Facebook, or you'll see it on YouTube. And let me know if this was helpful and if you need any follow-up. Thanks, everyone. I will see you next week for Healthy Conversations. Don't forget to jump on the Shift waitlist. And if you want to submit a question to me, go ahead and jump on my email list, and you will see the link to do so. See you next week.